So some of you would prefer to get some third-party validation before investing into new business models or new ventures, which is completely understandable. I mean, that makes complete sense, right? Especially if it's untried or untested, something that you've never done before. Always proceed with caution. I completely agree with that. Now, this is a short video on, for what it's worth, my third-party validation and my experience with SFM. Right, so I started with SFM in August 2018, and within 12 months, well, 9 months actually, I managed to completely replace my income, right? So I didn't start off in any better situation than anybody else. If anything, I started off in probably a lesser or worse position than many, to the tune of $42,000 in debt. Right, so I didn't have any huge amount of capital, I didn't have any special guidance, I had no previous experience whatsoever. So I was working at the time that why I went out seeking or finding SFM was the whole reason that I was in quite a deep hole of debt. I mean, $42,000 is not a small sum of money, no matter who you are. So I was working in a stockbroking firm at the time, getting close to six figures, earning close to six figures a year, which is, you know, considered quite a high income, depending on who you are. Different people have different benchmarks on what's high. But at the end of each month, I had barely $1,000, maybe $1,000, $1,500 left at the end of each month, after all my expenses. Now, living in Sydney, Australia at the time was very expensive. It's not a cheap city to live, and with rent and food and everything. Australia's just not a cheap country to live in. So with only $1,000 or $1,500 of surplus capital at the end of the month, to pay off my $42,000 of debt, to not only, it wasn't just credit card debt, it was, I mean, a big chunk of it was credit card debt, but it's the bad kind of debt with friends and family members. My brother I owed about $30,000 to. How I got myself in that situation, that's a story for another time. It was a bit of a series of unfortunate events which were largely out of my control, but it was my fault, just like anything. I'm not going to pass the buck on to anybody else. But with $42,000, and a big part of that owed to family members, I didn't want to take 5 years to pay them off. I didn't have 5 years to repay every single dollar of savings that I could have potentially made, you know. So this is where I knew that if I stayed where I was, stockbroking, getting paid $85,000 a year, it was never going to get me to where I wanted to go. There was a 0% chance of that. So this is when I went out seeking alternative opportunities. Now, lucky for me, now full disclosure, I didn't see any ads for SFM. I think I might have seen an ad or two on YouTube or on Bing, or on Google, but who actually introduced me to SFM was a friend. So a personal, again, third-party validation, which, I mean, I was lucky to have that because I'm naturally a skeptical person, which is why I'm creating this video, that I probably wouldn't have actually signed up had I not known somebody who was actually achieving these solid results. So that's what this video is for. But my good friend Adam, who I was living with at the time, he tried a few MLMs. He tried like 3 different network marketing companies without much result, without much luck. He spent, I think, probably 3 years pretty much focusing all of his time and attention on those. Invested a fair amount of, some of his own money into it, but he didn't really get the results that a lot of these companies kind of suggested is possible. So he did also try, so there's 3 MLM companies, network marketing, and then he also got there was another online education platform, name escapes me now, that he did sign up for, which had, you know, it had similar kind of, not guarantees, but suggested what kind of potential earnings and things that you could achieve. Now, he tried that. He learned a little bit actually, and that's kind of what got how he got his toes dipped in, for lack of a better word, to to get involved with the online space and doing the more digital marketing side of things than the cold calling, typical network marketing kind of business model. So he did that. That company he left, and then that's at that time that he found SFM, and he got this is when he told me, he came to me and he said that this is pretty much the Holy Grail. This is everything that any online marketing course. This is what the claims that they actually make are what SFM deliver, right? So he said that this is pretty much the Holy Grail. He had gone through, he had tried and tested all these other different companies without much luck, and he was recommending that I get involved. Now, me being a natural skeptic, it took me about 6 months before I decided to get involved with SFM. Right now, Adam, he signed up on the spot. He was about 6 months in at the time that I saw him replacing my income. So I was still working in this working in this corporate 9 to 5. Well, it wasn't actually, it was 8:30 till 6:30 every single 5, sometimes 6 days a week, doing something I absolutely hated. And it was 6 months in that I saw him, who had replaced my income, just working from home. And we lived together. He lived in the room next to mine, and we were sharing an apartment. And to see him, for me to have to go back to work, go to work every morning, and go to a job that I absolutely hated, while he just got to sit at home, and I mean, he was working, but actually doing something he cared about doing, that was the turning point for me. That's when I decided I've got to get on this. So I signed up, and within 9 months of signing up, I managed to replace my income, and that was the month of April 2019 that I had my biggest month, still my biggest month to date, that I made $15,880 US, which of course all the earnings get paid in US dollars, which is fantastic being in Australia, because the US dollar is quite a lot stronger than the Australian dollar. So I actually earned more than $20,000 that month. It converted to about 22,000 Australian dollars. So that was really good. I was happy with that. And it was at that point that I'd earned more than I'd ever made in any job in a single month that I decided to quit. Now, since then, I've managed to repay my entire family. So repay all the credit cards. I have zero debt, proud to say. So that was $42,000 that paid off to debts. And I've also managed to pay for my entire Black membership. Now, for any of you who are fairly new, there's a whole range of different trainings that you can go through. So starting at your basic essential level, or you start with your application, the $29.95, which many of you probably yet to lodge. And then you go into the essential curriculum, that's really good value for money. That's SFM's value for money there. That's the value point. It's $197, and you get about 6 months worth of training. Like, that's the full curriculum to get started. There's enough information in there and enough training to be able to create your own, to be profitable, to start a business, start generating income. It's all in that training there. So for $197, it's very, very fantastic investment. If you sign up in the 10-day window. If you sign up after that, it goes up to $297, but you'll learn more about that when you lodge your application. But anyway, going up to Black, that's the highest positioning in DEA, so Digital Experts Academy, which that includes a full week-long mastermind with some of the most incredible minds in the industry right now when it comes to digital marketing in the online space. But it also includes all expenses paid retreat to, I think the upcoming one is in South Africa, but they've done Bali, I think they've done Fiji or Hawaii, but that's all accommodation, all food, the resort, everything paid for an entire week. So that's quite cool. That's Black. Below that, there's a whole line of products that I've managed to pay for entirely on the earnings that I've made from SFM. So now I want to give you a full disclaimer here that my earnings is in no way represents what you're going to earn, right? You sign up and you you may do better than me. You might make more than that. You might be able to quit your job or replace your income in 6 months. Or you may never get there. Now, full disclaimer, a lot of people that sign up for SFM, very similar to people who sign up for a gym membership. Dan Holloway, he likes to use this one as an example, that just because somebody else signed up to a gym membership and they went in and got six-pack abs, that doesn't necessarily mean that if you sign up to a gym membership, go to that same gym, that you're going to get six-pack abs. You still have to do the work. You still have to do what's required, put in the time, the energy, and the attention into it, eat healthy, and do everything around before you're going to see those same kind of results. It's exactly the same with SFM, right? So I started off with not much capital at all. If I had more capital starting out and put more into marketing, I could have done it faster, absolutely, right? The point of this video is to tell you and show you it is possible. Right, I have done it. I'm not the only one that has. There's been hundreds, if not thousands, of students in SFM that are doing far better than me. Like my results are not even that good compared to some of the people who I do follow. Dan Holloway, go check him out. I've probably sent you a video of him. But these are the kind of mentors and the people that you get exposed to in the community who absolutely are doing really, really, really well. So, is it possible? Yes, absolutely. But as long as you put in the time, the energy, and attention. The whole training's there. The curriculum's there. The recipe works. The blueprint to follow will get you to where it is that you're looking at going. As long as you keep following it, right? And it's not even particularly difficult. I didn't come from a tech background. I've never built a website in the past until, of course, the training with SFM. So it doesn't matter how old or young you are, you absolutely can achieve more, if not more than what I've done, as much as what many other people and successful students of the community have already achieved. Now, I'm an affiliate, which what that means is, as an affiliate marketer, that's the lifestyle business model. That's really what attracted me to SFM and the training, is that I get to sell somebody else's product. I didn't have to create anything. I didn't have to invent anything. I don't have to worry about customer support. I spent enough time with angry clients on the phone when I was working in stockbroking and direct sales. So I didn't want to have to deal with any of those things. So if you're wondering now, like many people, do you need a product? I mean, how do I market online if I don't have anything to market? You don't need to know. You don't need anything to market. We live in a world where everything is for sale, right? If you know how to market that effectively, it can be a product that already exists. Just the things that you already love using, whether it be a product or a service that you already use and you like it, you'll find that there are so many, pretty much a large amount of companies that are selling online, you can become an affiliate for without even contacting anybody. You don't have to lodge a job application. You don't need to give them your resume. You just sign up through an automated system. You get your unique URL link, and then anybody who signs up or buys the product or service that you're marketing through that unique URL, you get a commission for. Job done, all right? There's no customer support. You don't work directly for the company. You don't need a boss. You don't need to show up on time. You don't need to be in a time or a place in specific for you to, generate an online income. So it's the ultimate lifestyle business is what we have kind of come to the terms of calling or labeling it. Now that's the first one. My brother, for example, that's not the only path or option to go down. My brother has leveraged the training to build a business around his passions, right? So I know we always hear this, find your passion. If you already know what it is that you're passionate about, if you know what what it is that you like doing, or something that you really, really want to share with the world, firstly, if you're interested in it, if you are interested in it, somebody else is, right? So that means that somebody else is willing to put a price or willing to pay a price for what it is that you have to offer, whether it be knowledge or a specific product in that field. Now, he's gone with anybody who follows me will know that him and I are both avid kite surfers. We love love kite surfing. So that's part of why I've gone with the lifestyle business, that I can go anywhere, be anywhere in the world, earn an income. So I can go to Indonesia and kite surf some of the best waters in the world. So he's built a kite surfing apparel brand. He's created this, which is ponchos and t-shirts and hats and all sorts of things, board bags. I think he's going to start selling the bars for kite surfing equipment. So that's just another example, right? That once you know how to market something and you learn that through the training, mentoring and coaching through SFM, you can build a business literally around anything, whether the product currently exists or not. So I'm going to conclude this video, but look, what I'm doing, I recommended, I signed my brother up to this. I wouldn't sign up family members if it's not something that I actually agreed in or believed in. So again, I am an affiliate for SFM. They're not the only company or product that I affiliate for, but anybody who signs up using my affiliate link, yes, I do get a small commission for, but that's how I make my living now. Now you can become an affiliate if you want to as well. I don't endorse any product or service that I don't actually genuinely believe in or that I haven't used before. So I really stand by SFM and all the trainings that they've done, because I have been there first-hand experience, and thanks to Adam, had he not been there as a third-party validation for me, I probably never would have signed up. And I'll probably still be working in stockbroking, probably still have $35,000 of debt to be paid off. So look, for what it's worth, SFM is fantastic. To get started, it's $29.95, which I've probably sent, I'll post the link below this video, but you've probably seen the link. I've probably sent it to you a few times already. If that is what's holding you back, is just one small investment of $29.95 with a 30-day money-back guarantee, then look, I'm not a financial advisor, but what's the real cost in not trying it? That unlocks the first module, and you get a consultation call with an actual SFM consultant. Again, I'm just an affiliate. I don't work directly for SFM, but they'll be able to help you choose your path and give you a blueprint on to be able to get you to wherever it is that you want to go. So whether it be affiliate, starting your own business, or maybe you've even got your own product that you want to market online. That's also a huge possibility. A lot of people that come through go down that path because they've already got a product, they just need to learn to market it. But at the small cost of $29.95, fully refundable if within 30 days you find that module 1 isn't everything that it's cracked up to be. Within 10 days, I believe it is, within 2 weeks, you get that money straight back into your account. So really, what's the cost of not trying it, at least? Of just trying it out? Like, I've been there, I've witnessed it firsthand. So obviously in hindsight, 2020 vision hindsight, I would have done it in a heartbeat. I probably should have done it 6 months earlier. But I mean, we all take time, and we're in our own time, when we're ready, that's when, you know, we start to make change in our lives. So you just need to decide if it's now that you want the change, or if it's 6 months from now, or 6 years from now, or God forbid, 60 years from now. As always, once you sign up, I'm going to be there with you every step of the way. As I've said in previous emails, if you have any questions at all whatsoever, just hit reply to any of the emails I send to you, and I'm happy to be there as a support person to help you along your journey. Now, I look forward to being a part of it with you. So once you do sign up, make sure you reach out, as I want you to be the next success story, right? I love hearing it when people come through and they see that it is everything that, you know, it's cracked up to be. They start seeing the progress. I love seeing the growth. I love seeing people make their first sales online, and they can really see that it is possible. So as soon as that happens, as soon as you sign up, I'll be sending you an email. Make sure you reply to that, introduce yourself, quick bio. You'll get invited to our private Facebook group, and that's how you can contact me directly. If you want to jump on a call, more than happy to do that as well. Until then, if you have any questions or concerns, or just need some clarification on anything that I've gone through in this video, just hit reply, and I'll reply to all those emails pretty much straight away. For what it's worth, I hope that my third-party endorsement helps you make the decision on really making change in your life for the better. I've been there. I'm not the only one that has, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. So Once you do sign up, make sure you hit reply to any of the emails, and I'll be there to support you with any questions that you've got. So anyway, I hope that helps. Till next time, bye for now.